I wonder how come this crypt is so big in this tank. I put crypt in all these other tanks, and none of them have gotten as big as this one. Look how big this crypt is in this 10-gallon tank. I put some in this tank, and look at it. Nothing. It's little teeny tiny. In this tank, that big. Look how big it is. It's almost as big as the 10-gallon tank is, and all I did was put a little bit of sand in this pot, and then I stuck the little crypt in there. Look how tall that is. And this just has gravel in it. I didn't put anything extra in here. I didn't put any extra fertilizer or anything like that. And even on this side, you know, that crypt in there is pretty big too. But this one on this side is like super big. Just that one. These ones aren't that big. That crypt right there is really big. This tank has algae growing in it. You can see back here, that's fake plants in the back. There's like a silk plant back there. And right here, that's a silk plant back there. And it has some sort of an algae growing back there on it. And I just left it in there. Figured it's not hurting nothing. I do water changes on this tank. All I do is I open up this little flap and I stick my siphon hose in here, and I just take water out, then I just add it back. I try to disturb, you know, not to disturb it as much as I can. Excuse me, Willie. Willie, there's no food over here. Your food dish is empty. You already ate. Nosy. But you can see that, like this filter, I don't mess around with the filter. It has algae growing in it. I just leave it alone. And it's got duckweed growing on top of it. But man, I just find it really interesting that crypt right there is doing so well. It's so big. Must be the light. It's the only thing I can think is maybe it's the light in this tank. I think this Betta right here, I don't think he can see very good. I have to make sure that he can find his bloodworms. Otherwise, you can't catch him if I just drop him in there. I have to make sure I get him right in front of his face. This one here. This one can see fine.